Can you hear us now? Because we can see that two of you have a weak connection. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll start now. We were waiting for more attendees, but we will record also this webinar, so it's accessible to all Inscape end users. So, can you see the main slide? Okay, so good afternoon and welcome to our Inscape January webinar. This month we will show you how to display your Cortona3D procedures in augmented reality in an easy way. So I will provide you a quick overview on our company and our tool history. Then François Stolz, our Cortona technical project manager, will show you how to export data from RapidAuthor. And then the technical project manager, Mathieu Ruffat, for Inscape AR, will show you how to import it into Inscape and convert it in augmented reality applications easily. This webinar should last 45 to 50 minutes. You're welcome to ask your questions on live so that my colleague will answer your question directly. So first, Diginext. Diginext is a system integrator which exists for the last 20 years. We had our anniversary this year. And our markets are mainly defense, aeronautics, space, transportation, and navigation. Our department is specialized in virtual reality and simulation, and we have developed the software Inscape in 2005. In 2009, we became official Cortona3D resellers in France, and in 2010, we created Inscape Augmented Reality to create easily application in augmented reality. For the last 2 years, we have now integrated the Cortona3D technology so that it's very easy to convert your Cortona3D animations into augmented reality into Inscape. We can observe that in the industry there is an increasing demand for augmented reality. It's ideal for human to improve the conditions of human operations. As the manual operations are getting more and more complex, it provides tools to provide overlay instructions, increase productivity, and improve the collaborative work processes. Cortona3D is a leader in 3D technical data production automation. It's also integrated with systems, Siemens Teamcenter PLM. Their technology is ideal to create animations on your 3D documentations based on your digital mockup. We can say that the augmented reality provides additional benefits in the sense that this documentation is actually aligned on the reality, easily on the field, and it adds a special context for the operations to be performed. Inscape AR provides you a tool for different areas and different operations. For maintenance, remote assistance, inspection, training, or marketing. We will show you later on the demo how you can show step-by-step instructions. You can validate reports on the operations that are done by an operator. You can complete it with media as a PDF documentation or videos, depending on the context. It's in full compliance, as I said, with Cortona3D. So you can very rapidly convert, reuse, or recycle your Cortona3D animations within Inscape in minutes. So I will show you a quick demo of the result you can obtain from Inscape AR. So you see that with marker or not, the model 3D is recognized, and you can show the media that you wish. You can show just locate elements. You can show multimedia like PDF or videos. Okay. So now we will show you how to create this animation easily. So François Stoll, the technical project manager, will show you how to export data from RapidAuthor that can be used in Inscape later on. This is the work you see now, the workflow on your screen. So basically, based on your digital mockup, you can create 3D animations with Cortona3D and then export them to Inscape. So I will hand over the presentation to my colleague, François Stoll.
Okay, so hello everybody. Thank you, Rosemary, for your presentation. So right now I will show you create an animation intended to be used in Inscape AR. So initially you can see in my screen Rapid Manual, and I have already created a project to test Inscape AR, and I already chose the specification generic procedure. So I will not get in the details of this creation, but if you need some help, do not hesitate to contact us, and we will write you to explain how to do that. So to create an animation, you have firstly import your DMU. So your DMU is the digital mockup. It's the 3D you want to animate. To do that, you have to click on Import Data, this option, and RapidGenerator will open itself. And this plugin allows you to import your 3D. How to do that? You just have to select the right plugin. That means that if you have, for example, some 3D from Katia, you have to select the CAT data category and the importer Rapid Data Import Tool Katia. For the example, we will import some VRML file. So I have to choose the VRML category. And then, as I don't know the tool where the VRML has been published, I will use the universal template. Let's click on Start, and then I have to select the right file I want to import in Rapid Manual. Okay, and then RapidGenerator will convert the DMU in VRML. The VRML is the format that Rapid Manual is using. Okay, so right now I have all of my models here. I will display it. Okay, you can see that I have imported a plane. I can add background, it's better for the eyes. Also, I can increase the quality of the model. Okay, initial. Okay, good. So I can see my model. So this is the first step of to create an animation. The second step is the position of this model. This step is important because then in Inscape AR, you will have to have the model from Cortona have to be the same origin with the model in Inscape. So I have to position my model at the origin 000. How to do that? Here I have an option project info to verify, to check that my model is in 000. Here you have a row to see that, and you can see that the model is not in 000. So I will move this model. I have to select it, choose the set position functionality, and here in these parameters, I will fill the right translation. So what is the translation? It's the opposite of the position of my plane. So here it's 0.0438 for item. Then minus 0.162871. And on Z it's minus 0.00675,422. Okay. I don't know if you have seen, but my plane has moved a little. I can check that my plane is in 000. Okay, so that's a good thing. But so it's not important to do that right now. You can do it later or at the end of the animation, but it's preferable to do it at the beginning. Okay, then the following step is the creation of the animation. It's the heart of the animation. So you have to create your action in the procedure editor under the 3D. Yeah. Firstly, I advise you to create a skeleton. So you can create a skeleton. That's right. For example, let's do task 2.1, task 2.2. For example, it's just to organize your procedure. So it can help you to optimize the process. So you have the skeleton, and then you can add some action. So how to create an action? Firstly, you have to select the model you want to animate. Okay, and then I have a button here, new action, and thanks to this button, I have a library of predefined actions. So thanks to these actions, I can select the action I want to use. For example, remove the object, okay, because I would like to remove the engine, for example, and then I have to select the implementation of this action, and the implementation selected by default is suitable for me. Flash, transform, make, and okay, so you can see that my action has been added to the procedure and to the timeline. If I enroll the action, I can see all the parameters, and I can modify all the underlying parameters. So let's check the action I've created. Okay, you can see the translation is not good. So I can modify it very easily by clicking on value. Okay, reset. And right now I can position the engine where I want. Okay, let's check anymore. Okay, and right now I have the good translation. There is no flash because this model is textured, and the texture is over the flash. So I can do it for all of my engine, for example. I will duplicate my actions 3 times. Okay, and then for the engine 2, I select the engine 2 and I click on engine 1. Okay, engine 2 is already selected, and I can do it for other actions. Engine 3 and engine 4. Okay. Also, I can play all of these actions in the same times. It will be better for the animation, for the understanding of the animation. And I can create action union, for example. Okay. Engine move. And I have to put all of this action in my action union. Okay, and you can see that in the timeline, all of my action are played simultaneously. Okay, this is better for the understanding of the animation. Okay, so the next step, when you have finished to create your animation, you can, it's not mandatory, but you can generate the comment of the procedure. So I can right click on task on the main root, on the root node here, and click on generate comment. Yes, and you can see that you have a comment window here, which has been opened, and all of the text has been generated. And here you have a textual editor, and you can modify and write what you want instead. Okay. So it's not mandatory, but it's easier later for the users to have the text of the procedure when they will be on the ground before me, for example. They can see the description of the step. Okay, so you can modify all what you want. Then, before exporting the 3D, you have to use it with 3D. So you have two categories. The first category is the animated part. That is to say, the part which will be animated and which will be in augmentation over the reality. The second part is the environment. So this environment part are already in the reality, and there will not be animated. So it's not necessary to export this environment part. So I will split the part into categories. The first one is the animated part. So how to do quickly the animated part. Here I have a tool, select by query, to quickly get my animated parts. In this last tab, I have to check match active items and only, and click on new selection. And you can see that all of my engines have been selected. And these parts are the parts which are animated in my procedure editor. Okay, and when I have this part selected, I have to create a new node by right-clicking on a part and create new assembly from selection. Okay, I can write animated. And the remaining parts are the common parts. Okay, so I can select very easily all of these parts right now because I have my node animated above, and I can create a new assembly as previously environment. Okay, so right now you have two parts. Okay, it's good for me. And before exporting the animated part, I have to export the tracking model. That is to say, the model which will be the model of reference. Yes, this is the model of, you have to export the model of reference, which will be used in Inscape later. So this model will not appear in Inscape, but the camera will, the algorithm will check this model, will track this model. Mathieu could show you this step. So what is the tracking model? This step is not it's not very easy. So it can be easy, but sometimes you have to check several times because to find the best tracking model, it's not a truth. You have to make some tests. For example, for this model, I would like to get, for example, the tire of the plane. Okay, because I can see that there is very interesting shape. That it is a shape that we can track easily. For example, this part, it's a common shape, and maybe it will not be easy to track it in Inscape. So I would like to get this step, the tile of the plane. Okay, so this is this part. Okay, I will create a new assembly from selection tile. Okay, and I will export this part as the reference part. So I have to select the tile and then file and save selection to VML. Okay. I will put it on my desktop. Just I will look for. I'm creating a folder. Reference. Okay. I will do it again. Okay, reference. Okay, reference. Okay, so you can see that in my reference folder, I have my VRML, which will be the model of reference, which will be used in Inscape later. Okay, so next step is the removal of my environment part. So I have the red cross to delete this part. Okay, running to not remove permanently these parts. You can delete permanently these parts, but if you do it, you can't retrieve this part. Whereas if you use the red cross, you can show the deleted item, show or hide, and if you want, you can restore this part. Okay, in case of reuse later. So I remove this part, and right now I can export the animation only with the animated part. Okay, and I will create a folder on my desktop. Okay, and now let's publish my animation. Publish. Okay, the publish is successful, and in my folder I publish the animation and the most important files are the VRML, which contain the 3D, and the XML file, which contain the text of the procedure. And right now, I have to send the animation and the reference model to Mathieu or to Inscape to be used in Inscape AR. So I will let Rosemary to follow the presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Francois, for your presentation. We are now on the step. So we have just exported the data from the procedures from RapidAuthor with Francois. Now, Mathieu Ruffat, the technical project manager for Inscape, will show you how to import it within Inscape AR in an easy way. I hand over now the presentation to Mathieu Ruffat.
Thank you, Rosemary. Hi, everybody. So now we will see how to reuse this Cortona3D animation made with the Cortona3D RapidAuthor application. How to reuse this data within Inscape to create an augmented reality application based on those animations. So let's start the video. So what is Inscape in a few words? Inscape, if you don't know it yet, is an authoring tool dedicated to the creation of 3D interactive applications. And here, especially a version dedicated to augmented reality 3D applications. The software is designed for non-expert people in the field of computer graphics and also programming. So it's made with a set of high-level tools to easily create this kind of application without any specific programming skill or graphical skills. So here we will reuse two things from Cortona3D, the 3D animations, obviously, and also the step-by-step procedure. And we will bring those data in augmented reality. So to do that in Inscape AR, you will be able to use a template application that is already designed with a set of functions to help you to create very easily this kind of application without having to write it from zero. This template provides you a stylized user interface and some features like a contextual menu to easily navigate through the animation, to play the step-by-step Cortona procedure, to take snapshots of the execution of the application, and so on. So here the template has been opened in Inscape in the authoring tool. So you can see that you have a quick start help on the right part of the screen to help you to configure these templates with your data. So the data is coming from Cortona3D. So the first thing to do is to import the static mesh created by François previously. So here in this video, you can see that it is the whole body of the plane that has been exported. But François shows you that you can easily select subparts like the tail of the plane to track specific parts of your model if your model is big, for example. So here I have the whole body of the aircraft. So I have imported the VRML file in Inscape. Then I will configure the tracking parameters of this file. So it implies converting the model into an OBJ format. So obviously this conversion is automatically done by Inscape. Then you have to configure a few things regarding the tracking itself, because the tracking will be made from the 3D data. You will not have to put markers on your system. That's kind of interesting here for industrial applications. So the steps are some simplification of the 3D model. So once again, you have a tool integrated in the software to do that, to configure the initial viewpoint that you will use to track your system. You can see here that we've chosen a point of view on the back on the plane. Then you have to configure the precision of the lines that will be used for the tracking, because the tracking is based on the edges of the model and also on the shape of the model. And once that you've done that, you have your tracking data ready to be tested. So to test the tracking with Inscape, you can proceed with obviously a real camera. You don't have to publish your content on a tablet or on a phone to test that. You can test it directly on your workstation, for example, with a standard USB camera, for example. But an interesting thing is that you can also test it with a video file, with a recording of a camera, because sometimes you will not be able to test it on the field, because, for example, in aircraft industries, you don't always have access to a plane. So here, in this example, we will use a video file to test the tracking. So this can be easily configured within Inscape. Then we will test the application, and you will see a recording of a mock-up of the plane that will be played on the background. And you can see that the 3D virtual model of the plane is displayed, and you can see some edges and some points that tries to match the real video on the background. So you have a setting window that will help you to configure the quality of this match, because it depends a lot on the environment. So Inscape allows you to configure it to match your own environment. And once that your setting is enough, Inscape will be able to track the system, and so you can see on the video that the plane virtual edges of the plane matches the real video. So that helps us to know that now the tracking is well configured. So the video is a little bit slow to play. I will try to move a little bit forward on the video. It is stuck on my, no, it plays again. Tell me on the chat if you have difficulties to see the video on your side. It seems to be a little bit slow on my computer right now. I try to move a little bit forward on the video. Okay, so now that the tracking has been well configured, you have just a last step to set up in the application. So the video seems to shut early. I'm sorry about that. I try to. Oh, now it should be playing again. So the last thing to configure in the video is the path to the Cortona3D animation and the Cortona3D step-by-step procedures. So the two VRML and XML files that François showed you previously. And so once again, this can be easily configured directly inside Inscape. So you can see that right now we are selecting the XML file of the procedure and the VRML file of the animation. And now we are ready to play the application once again directly on the workstation. And once again, the video is playing on the background because here we are testing with a video file. And once the virtual plane will track the real one, you will see that we will be able to display the Cortona3D animation directly in augmented reality on the real, over the real plane. And here you can see the final result of the application with the navigation buttons where you will be able to navigate through the step-by-step procedure. And once again, all those steps comes directly from the Cortona3D data. You were not required to make the animation again in Inscape, to type the text of the procedure once again, and so on. So those features are natively done thanks to these templates that provides you also extra features that are not shown here. But you can see that you have a freeze button. It allows you to freeze the tracking, for example, to take snapshots. You will be able to take finger annotations on touchscreens and to generate PDF reports. And you will also be able, obviously, to add your own multimedia data with Inscape over the Cortona animations, like PDF documentation, videos, images, sounds, and so on. And just a last word about Inscape. Here you've seen an example of template applications that allows you to create very rapidly this kind of application with Cortona3D data with just a few settings. But Inscape also allows you to start from the blank page and to create your own AR application from scratch with your own menus, for example, with your own kind of interactions, menus, etc. So that's it for my part. Thank you, and I let Rose conclude this presentation.
Thank you, Mathieu. So to conclude, I will just show you some realizations that have been realized with Inscape AR. So here you can see that Airbus uses Inscape AR to actually show how to install landing gears on aircrafts in augmented reality. Here we see a room configuration done by an operator with AR instructions. Is supposed to locate, plug, and to make the installation correctly. So he makes his work much easier. In this example, it's another customer who uses Inscape AR to actually integrate documentation so that the operator who is doing the installation has access to documentation on site. So, of course, it decreases the manipulation mistakes and increase the safety and security for the operator. So, to conclude, I will say that the main benefits of AR in support of operations and training are to save up to 75% of time. This is a proven statistic. We also, of course, he enables the operators to be more accurate and to reduce the risk for them, the safety risk. The main features that we show here is how to recycle your technical documentation, how to create your own application from your digital mockup. The advantage of Inscape is that you're a master of your data. It means that you're totally autonomous with the content of your applications. You can update your catalogs, your parts, and you won't have to contact us to do this. You can do it entirely yourself. So you're totally autonomous. And of course, you will benefit from the best tracking technologies on the market, and especially the most reliable markerless tracking products. So if you have any further question, please, this is the moment to ask them by chat. Otherwise, we will conclude. Thanks for your attention anyway. And we have recorded this this webinar, so we can give access. We can provide it to you if you want to share it with other partners or colleagues. Any question? Otherwise, you can find here our contact details. So you can contact us at info@inscape3d.com, and you can check all the features of Inscape 3D on the website, which is appearing now. So please do not hesitate to contact us. Mr. Schofield, you are trying to send us a question. No. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Bye.